How's it going? I'm James Lynch, and this is my UFC 281 main event preview. Of course, we've got middleweight champion Israel Adesanya defending his title against Alex Pereira, and there's some history there. Alex Pereira, 2 wins over Israel Adesanya already in kickboxing, so these two now get their trilogy fight, this time in an MMA cage. And you can see right now on Odds Checker US, you've got Adesanya as a bit of a favorite here, almost 2-1, just under that. Alex Pereira been the underdog the entire time since this fight has gone on. Quick tail of the tape here: 33 years old for Adesanya, 35 years old for Pereira, 6'4". They're both 6'4", 80-inch reach, and they both have an 80-inch reach. So physically very similar, and even age-wise, not a huge gap there. Pereira a little bit older here. Let's look at their last couple fights. Of course, Adesanya coming off that win over Jared Cannonier by decision. Very good win. Cannonier hits like a truck. Maybe not the most entertaining fight, but a fight that he did win. The Robert Whittaker fight prior to that, very, very, very close fight. Some people felt like Whittaker should have got the nod there, but Adesanya getting it done there in the rematch. He also defeated Marvin Vettori. Just one loss in the UFC, but that was up a weight class against former light heavyweight champion Jan Blachowicz. And then he has wins over Paulo Costa, Yoel Romero, and then also was the only fighter to knock out Robert Whittaker at 185. So Adesanya undefeated at middleweight. He's looked great in every fight. Nothing really close other than the Whittaker rematch. He's been putting on just amazing performances each and every fight, but he's fighting an opponent in Pereira who, like I mentioned, does have some wins over Adesanya in kickboxing. He's only got 3 UFC fights, 2 of them finishes, most recently knocking out Sean Strickland on the same card as Adesanya in his last fight, finishing Strickland in the very first round. He's got some power, that's for sure. This guy does not like getting paid by the hour. He goes out there and he looks to finish fights. In fact, that second kickboxing fight against Adesanya was a knockout win here. So could it happen again? I think it's possible. Again, there's 5 rounds in this fight. There is a possibility that Pereira does catch Adesanya at some point. But I think what most likely happens in this one is Adesanya just plays it, very technical and doesn't get into that firefight with Pereira. Like I said, I think when it comes to the speed and when it comes to the technical striking, I think Adesanya has that edge there, not to mention the fact that Adesanya's fought far better competition. He has yet to lose at middleweight. And if he continues this run that he's on, he might go down as one of the best middleweight champions of all time, right next to Anderson Silva, or he might even have the possibility of passing Anderson Silva here. And I think that continues on Saturday. I don't know if it'll be a pretty fight, but I do think that Adesanya will win a decision here. Right now, like I mentioned, you're getting him at almost 2-1 odds. Look for that decision prop. Most books do have it as plus money. I think that's entirely possible. You see Adesanya go out there and potentially win a decision as opposed to stopping Pereira. And I do think if he does stop Pereira, it'll be a little bit later. But if you like Pereira at all, I think the only way he wins this is by knockout. I don't know how he is 5 rounds. That's a key thing here. Pereira's never fought 5 rounds in the UFC. Adesanya has a number of times. So Adesanya has that edge in cardio, in my opinion, based off what we've seen. We haven't seen Pereira go 5 rounds. So I think if Pereira wins, it's by catching Adesanya. I think it's entirely possible, but I think what's most likely is to see Adesanya win a decision. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section below. Which way are you leaning here? Do you think Pereira can pull off the upset and become the new champ? Or do you think Adesanya gets it done? Follow me on Twitter and on Instagram at Lynch on Sports. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel at Odds Checker US. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'm James Lynch. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.